Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we help you make your travel and visa journey smoother, smarter, and of course stress-free. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of the major reasons why so many people have their visa application refused, and this reason is their bank statement. You'll be surprised at how many people have money sitting in their bank account. They have enough money, they can actually afford this trip, but they still get a refusal, and this is because of some common bank statement mistakes that we have been making. Now, I did a video a while back about common bank statement mistakes leading to your refusal, and a lot of people said, you just mentioned the reasons or you stated the mistakes, but you didn't tell us how to fix it. So today, I'm here to tell you how to fix this mistake. So stay with me. Before I jump into the mistakes, I would like to talk about why your bank statement is even important in the first place. The visa officer is not looking to look at piles of paper and just flip through it. No, they want to establish something. So if you are applying for a visa, be it to the UK, to Canada, to Schengen area, or even the UAE, because Dubai has started asking us for 6 months bank statements now, we need you to be able to tell it right, because your bank statement is like your financial storybook. And in this video, I'm going to teach you or tell you how to tell that story right so you get a visa approval. Now, the first thing they're trying to look at when they ask for your bank statement is consistency. Now, what do I mean? That's why they always ask for a 6 month or a 3 month bank statement, depending on the embassy you're applying at. They need to see the consistency that you actually earn this. So let's say, for instance, now you are gainfully employed, then your salary will come into your salary account every month. And if you're an entrepreneur, that means you're running a business, you're using your business account. It must show that you are running that business. The consistency of the money coming into your account is very important. And that's one of the reasons they're trying to see your statement to establish this. The second one is authenticity. They want to be sure that you actually earn this money. They've seen the consistency from the first one that I mentioned. And then number two is they want to be sure that this money is actually available to you and you have access to it. Some people, you might have a corporate account, but the money is not available to you for your private use. So they need to be able to establish this by watching the pattern on your account. Number three is stability. Can you actually afford this trip without getting stranded in their country, without, resorting to maybe getting odd jobs to make extra funds? Can you actually afford this trip? Is your financial situation stable in your home country for you to be able to say you want to take this trip? So those are the three major things they try to establish when they request for your bank statements. Now let's get into the real deal. The real mistakes, or the mistakes you make, that makes the visa officer raise an eyebrow and probably reject your visa. I'm not going to dwell into on this because I've already done a video on this, and I'll leave the link here somewhere for you to watch if you want to know the common mistakes, but I'll just mention them briefly as we go along before I go to the fix it. So number one is depositing large deposit in your account or lump sum in your account just a few weeks before your appointment or your interview. Number two, incomplete bank history or statement, or maybe you're using someone else's account, but you don't explain the relationship you have with that person, falsifying documents and all of that. You have a whole lot that can lead to your refusal. So, like I said, I'm not going to draw on the mistakes today. The mistakes is somewhere here, linked below. I'm going to be talking about how you can fix common bank statement mistakes that we make and how to fix them. Number two is short statement history. What do I mean by short statement history? Every time I talk about travel, I don't know if this is your first time on my channel or you are one of my loyal subscribers, I always talk about how you don't rush into travel. It takes time, you plan it. So the issue of the short statement history. Let's say, for instance, now you're looking to apply and you typically need a 6 month bank statement, but the account has not been really active, maybe in the first 3 months, and then you just be like, okay, I have 3 months to go before my appointment. Let me just use this last 3 months to build it, or maybe instead of even printing out a 6 month bank statement, you go ahead and print maybe like 4 months or 5 months. I would say, no, don't do that. What you can do instead to fix it is you wait. Travel takes time, it takes planning. You plan it properly and make sure you have a 6 month bank statement. When I say wait and build it, aim for at least 6 months. Make sure you have enough inflow and outflow going into your account. It's not, you don't want to print out a 6 month bank statement and it's just on 1 page or 2 pages. We have some accounts like that there's nothing happening in the account. They just print it and that's it. It doesn't show your lifestyle or your way of life. So it's a red flag. So you can fix it by actually waiting, planning properly. Make sure you do a proper 6 months, not maybe you've been doing it for 4 months, then the fifth month, maybe you're inconsistent, and then you jump to the sixth month. It can affect you for that fifth month alone. So what I would say is, if you are one that finds yourself in a situation like that, maybe your account has been fine, you've been running it, and maybe the fourth month something comes up, you couldn't run it as you used to, or maybe you had to pull out all of the monies in the account, and then the fifth month you couldn't do it as well. Then the sixth month, just before you print your bank statement, then you get back on track. That is a red flag. I would say don't rush. Guys, please don't rush. Take time and build a proper 6 months, and that way you would easily get a successful outcome when you apply for your visa. Number four, I'm going to be talking about altered or fake bank statements. Guys, I can't preach it enough. Do not falsify any document. Falsifying a document, I don't know how, maybe some people have gotten away with it, but I doubt it. For you to falsify your bank statement, it's going to lead to a refusal and it might lead to a ban. So I would say that do not falsify any document. Don't just pick up document randomly, or altered or fake bank statement. I'll tell you to do it the right way, and how to fix this is, make sure you walk into your bank, request for your bank statement, make sure it's printed out for you. It might not be colored, but colored is always nicer. I don't think any bank uses black and white, so yes, printed on colored and then stamped and signed by the bank official. Don't let anybody use any shortcut for you. Don't let anybody tell you that you can do it. Beware of agents. I know some agents, because I've had people reach out to me saying they want to do this. Can you help us get bank statements? No, you come up with your bank statement. That's what we teach here, how to do it yourself. So you come up with your bank statement. So make sure that you don't falsify any document. You get your bank statement from the bank. Make sure it's stamped and signed. I think online now they've made it easy that you can print out bank statements online for embassy use, and I think they would ask you for the name of the embassy. So once you request for that and they email it to you, make sure you print it on colored printer, and then make sure you request for the signed and stamped one, so that they should assure that it's the authentic one. And what I would say again, what I usually do is, I usually tell my bank to give me a reference letter introducing me, saying that, we know Fumilayo, she's banked with us for this number of years, and we can tell you that she does actually have access to these funds. If you are an entrepreneur, I think you should get a reference letter from your bank, because it would help you. So many businesses don't have access to the funds for personal use. But if your bank can write a letter saying that, this customer has banked with us for this number of years, this money is actually for him or her, and they actually have access to it, it would help you. So that's how to fix that issue. The number five mistake I'll be talking about today and how to fix it is using someone else's account. I always say to people, maybe it can be five and six, or maybe five. I always say to people, there's nothing wrong in having someone sponsor your trip, but then make it make sense. Sometimes when people tell me that, oh, I want to travel and I have an uncle that's going to sponsor my trip, the first thing I ask you is, how old are you? Because I can't imagine someone in their 30s, you're going for maybe a 2 weeks vacation. Don't forget, I always talk about tourism here. You're going for a 2 weeks vacation and you're going to be spending maybe like 4 million or 5 million, and you have your uncle wanting to sponsor that lifestyle. This is Africa, and you are applying to a Western country. They do not understand what we understand. That cultural shock is there. They don't just sponsor people or give out money. Don't forget that their own kids, when they want to go to school safe, even for university, they don't have uncles sponsoring them. Even their parents, most of the time, they don't sponsor them. They get student loans. And now you are now coming saying that your uncle wants to send you abroad and pay hundreds of what, thousands of naira or millions for your trip. So they don't understand that. But if you are by any chance going to be using a sponsor, make sure you write a letter, include it in your cover letter, and that uncle or whoever it is that is sponsoring you, the sponsor, don't let me say uncle now, should write a letter, you know, stating why they're sponsoring this trip. And aside their bank statement, they can include maybe their ID, explaining, and then, of course, in the letter, they should explain their relationship to you and why they would be sponsoring that trip. Don't just say you have a sponsor, put their bank statement, even if they have $1 billion in it. You are going to get a refusal because they don't understand it. So, if anybody's going to be sponsoring you, you are using someone's bank statement. If you're of age, I would say include your own bank statement as well, so that it shows that you have something going for you. You're not relying solely on that person, even if the person is sponsoring you all the way. It's a full sponsor. But make sure this person, aside the bank statement they're giving you, they write you a letter stating that, yeah, I'm your sponsor, introducing themselves, explaining their relationship to you and why they are going to be sponsoring that trip. And let them go out a little extra for you and add a means of ID to show that, you actually did get it from them. It's not like you just went to somewhere to print out their bank statements. Lastly, I'm going to be talking about frequent overdraft or low balances. What I would say is maybe like 3 to 4 months before your application, keep your bank balance, your closing balances, keep it positive. When I say keep it positive, I mean that, don't withdraw everything. Life happens. Sometimes you just need that money and you need to pull out everything. But if you find yourself in that kind of a position, make sure you take time again to build it. Don't show that kind of bank statement. So you can just imagine you're doing a 6 month bank statement. The first 2 months, you have positive balances. 3, 4, 5 months, the balances have gone down. Maybe you withdraw everything. Sometimes you even get an overdraft. And then the last month, it boosts up again. No, I would say don't do that. So avoid low balances or frequent overdraft towards the time of your application. Basically, your goal is to make your financial life make sense on paper. Make sure that every transaction has a narration, is connected to you in one way or the other. And remember that I said earlier that your bank statement is like your financial storybook. So make it a juicy story, a story that when the visa officer is reading, it's making sense and, they're ready to flip and they're happy with it, because you're not always there to respond to this or point this out to make it make sense while you're not there. Make your book look nice and easy on the eyes. So before I wrap up today, let me just share quick tips with you about your bank statement. Don't mix business with pleasure. If this account is for your business, then keep it at that. Don't mix business and personal funds in one account. Don't forget that there's nothing wrong in having multiple bank statement, presented. You can. Nothing says that you can present one. Sometimes I even present two, and then I have maybe my financial institution writing for me about a bond or a fixed deposit that I have with them. Nothing is too much as long as you're trying to show that you have this financial stability. But don't mix the business. So if you're saying that this is a corporate account, Make sure that every money that is going in and out has to do with your business. Like I said, make sure it connects to you. Don't just be dropping personal funds in it. So don't mix business and personal funds in one account. Number two, if you are self employed, make sure that you write a cover letter explaining how your business is earning those funds. So maybe for me now, I'm a hotelier, and then I'm trying to use my business account for my application. Then, most of the time, my customers, when they make deposit in the account, they put the narration saying that for rooms. But then, I write a cover letter saying that I sell these rooms in my hotel, and then my rates are maybe 10,000 per night or 12,000. So when the official visa officer is looking at my bank statement, they can see a series of 10,000 and 12,000, so they can it shows, it connects that is money from my business. So if you are self-employed, make sure you write a cover letter tying that money to your business and explaining how you came about those funds. Number three, that I will leave with you, the tip is that make sure that the name on your bank account matches that on your passport, if you know what I mean. Make sure that the name on your bank account matches what you have on your passport. You don't want to go to the embassy with different names on your passport and different names on your bank account. Make sure it matches. Number four, keep your bank statement clean and consistent. The flow, not so much, activities going on. Make sure it's clean, it's consistent, at least like 4 months before you're ready to apply. If you're looking to print out a 6 month bank statement, and if you're going to be printing out a 3 month bank statement, leave it at that 3 months. Make sure it's consistent. Make sure it shows that, you have this regular flow coming in and going out. And finally, if there's anything unusual about your account, maybe on deposit or something like I mentioned earlier, make sure you explain it in your cover letter upfront. Don't let the visa officer start guessing. Make sure you include it and tie it to that bank account. If you have found this useful in any way, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you know anybody that is preparing to travel, or maybe they've had this kind of issue before, please share this video with them. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please make sure you subscribe. When I see your comment, when I see your views, when I see your likes, your subscription, it makes me know that I'm doing something, I'm helping someone out there. And it encourages me to do more. It makes it worth my while. And lastly, I'm going to leave a PDF in the link below where you can get a guide on how to fix your bank statement. So it's like a summary of everything I have said here. And that will be all from me today. Till my next video. Take care and have a good week. Bye-bye.